Hey guys, Bird Yugioh here, coming at you with another Yosenju deck. So I did one previously on my channel. That one was more like going first, very trap heavy. Obviously, since it's Yosenju, it can go second as well. But that was mostly geared towards going first and just kind of floodgating your opponent so they can't do much. This one is going to be just like a go second all the time. It's a Yosenju Kaiju version. So here, let's get right into it, and I'll explain some of the card choices. We're doing just our normal kind of Yosenju engine. I think this should be kind of the way it is going forward. Just kind of the bare bones Yosenju cards. So we play 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, and 3 of the newest one, Isna, and then 2 Sujik. So I feel this is the most well-rounded, consistent Yosenju cards you want to play. They're not as gimmicky, as like some of the My Yosenju cards, some of the Pendulum, Yosenju cards. But this one I feel is just super consistent. You just normal summon, normal summon, normal summon. This one adds some draw power now, so it's really nice having that. This adds some attack power, 3 searches if you deal battle damage, 2 can direct attack, and then 1, probably the most important in this variant, because this one you can target 1 card your opponent controls. One face-up card your opponent controls and return it to the hand. And so most of the time what we're going to be doing is, or what you can do, is give your opponent a kaiju, normal summon, as long as you control another kaiju, you can bounce that kaiju back to your hand to then just use again, or just to have for next turn. So those are definitely the ones that I play in this version. Really, really good. And since we're going second, or trying to go second all the time with this deck, definitely play one of the best hand traps, 3 Gamma, and then you have to play the 1 driver. But going second, if you just wait for your opponent to do like one of their, bigger plays with one of their like specific combo pieces that they need to do, hitting it with a Gamma is detrimental and usually going to end their turn, right there, or leave them with a weak board that you can then get through pretty easily. And then since we're doing kaijus, we're playing a lot of them, doing 2 Humongous. This is usually the one you want to give to your opponent because it's one of the lower attack ones. If you have Gamma Seal, that's obviously better than Humongous, but it doesn't really matter too much because you're usually not going to be leaving this on your opponent's field if you can help it. And then we just play one of some of the other ones. 1 Godarla, 1 Radian, 1 Doggeran, 1 Thunder King, and 1 Jizukiru. These are the 2 you want to do on your field because they both have 3,300 attack. So these on your field, these on your opponents, and these wherever you can get them. But yeah, that's all the monster cards. Super, super important. And then we want our first of our spells is Tenki. This is going to search out any of your Senjus, because you at least, in almost every hand you want to have 2 Yosenjus. You prefer one of them to be 1, but just 2 Yosenjus is ideally what you want in every hand. We play 3 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. We play so many kaijus that this is a no-brainer, especially going second to blow up the board. 3 Dark Hole, another no-brainer in this deck, because at the end of your turn, you're usually just going to be having like a kaiju or something on the board. So then your following turn, you can use another Dark Hole if you have one, because you won't have any of your Yosenjus on board. And then 3 Mind Control. Again, we're going second, so just getting rid of problem cards, and you link them away, whatever you need to do with them. Super important. And then 3 Twin Twisters, just in case they're playing like back row heavy deck, is a good idea to play something like that to get rid of them. So that's the main deck. We stick with just 40 we're just doing bare bones, consistent. You want to see, you know, a couple kaijus, or sorry, a couple Yosenjus, maybe a kaiju, and then some of those board wipes, and you're going to be sitting pretty good. Extra deck, not really important at all. It's just kind of like, because mostly you're just going to be doing rank 4s with your Yosenjus. You could do a couple link plays, but most of the time you're just going to want to be normal summoning your Yosenjus, you know, special summoning kaijus and whatever, and then just returning your Yosenjus to hand. Sometimes, though, if you have your opponent low enough, you'll want to make a cowboy with your 2 Yosenjus, or this for some draw power, or special summoning from the grave. Dweller, in case you know, sometimes you know your opponent's deck is going to be hurt by this, and then with those 2 Yosenjus, if you have them, you'll want to make a Bitch Dweller, and then hopefully shut them out, and then next turn do some more. Emerald, never really make it. It's there though, in case you do have a lot of monsters in your grave, and you can still make them. Exton Knight, blow up the board again, really good. Tornado Dragon for Spell Trap, heavy decks. Baguska, with some decks, like especially rogue decks, this will just kill them. So, you know, make it, and then, you know, you could probably turn them into attack position, you know, make some kaijus and kill them the next turn. 1/1, just steal a monster. It's really good against Sky Strikers. And then Utopia Lightning. If you have like, say you can make somehow like mind control, that you took one of your opponent's monsters, and then you can make like an Underclock Taker, and then you have like a Jizukuru or one of the big kaijus under that, and then you also, you know, sometimes you can make a, just with some extenders, you can make a Utopia Lightning, and it's going to be 5,000 damage, using Underclock's effect on the kaiju to turn your opponent's monster to basically 0. And then so you'll be doing 3,300 plus 5,000, so that's going to be game. Underclock Taker, as I mentioned, Decode Talker. Just kind of get more damage on the board if you can make it. Phoenix for back row, Cerberus for problem monsters, and then Unicorn just for any problem card you want to shuffle back. But so that's the extra deck. Like I said, not that important, but comes up every now and then. So yeah, ideally, like I said, you want to open like, heck, like a Isna, a Kama 1, and if you can, you know, Dark Hole Slumber. We'll say Tenki's the other one. Yeah, so then usually you'll try to bait out something with the Dark Hole, because you would rather the Kaiju go through, the Kaiju Slumber go through than the Dark Hole. So if you need to bait out something, Dark Hole is always a really good one, or Mind Control. And then activating Slumber, and then you're giving your opponent, you know, one of them, and then you're getting, say, this one, and then you would activate Tenki to get another Yosenju. I don't know, we'll just say 2. But then basically you're just going to be normal summoning, normal, and then normal, and then you can draw one off of his effect. But then with Kama 1, you can bounce this kaiju back to your hand, and then you're just attacking direct with all those, you know, if you cleared the board successfully, which you had 2 chances to. So that's just a very basic combo you can do with it. Super, super fun deck. Like I said, you're going to be wanting to go second as much as you can. That extra card also does help, so you can just see, you know, any of these cards that you need to. But yeah, that's a deck, guys. So like I said, I have another Yosenju deck profile on my channel, more of a control kind of trap heavy one. This one's going second, so if you guys like what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe. I'll keep posting some, you know, cool videos, some more like rogue budget options. This is actually a very rogue budget deck that you can pick up and take take out some of the meta. So catch you guys on the next one.